So, Arsenal 2, good evening, FC 2. Yet again, Kenny, Unai Emery has rocked up, plotted up to the Emirates, and he's put our title charge in the mud again. They're 2-0 down. Yeah, all of a sudden, gift. And then the second goal, I don't know what we were doing. 29, I don't know why he was playing centre back at that particular part of the game. He assisted Ollie Watkins. Nice finish. We were gifted both of our goals, by the way, because Emi Martinez, it was Agent Martinez today, threw him in the net. Trossard, I thought, played all right. I thought Declan Rice was. I gave Trossard man of the match. I thought Rice was a close second. Yeah, but even, again, Kenny, he was a one-man midfield, mate. Yeah, Gabriel, give him the armband, mate. Yeah, although the only one mistake he made in that game was playing Watkins onside for that second equaliser.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to diss him for that. Thomas Partey stepped right out and just left him hanging. Yeah, so, but listen, again, Kenny, 2-0 up at home. Yeah. We've seen Liverpool sneak it in the last couple of minutes.
That's right.
Why don't we shut up shop? Why? Oh, guess what? We've got a billion defenders sat on the bench. You take off Martinelli, who I actually thought played well today. Yeah, and you bring on Raheem the Dream, who's struggling with a crisis of confidence. Well, I'll tell you what then, mate. Instead of 300 grand a week, we'll pay you £300 a week. Then you won't have no pressure. Your confidence might go up. Transfer Rasta to the rest of it, yeah? Kenny, you're freezing your bollocks off. You've seen another shit show. What did you make of that, mate?
Well, first and foremost, the good thing that's happened to me. First and foremost, I got to meet Anders Limpar. He's still behind me in the armoury shop.
Baller.
I gave him a hug. We actually had a conversation. I told him that the 91 team was better than the 2004 team. He was surprised, but I said, but the one team that eclipses both his teams is Arsene Wenger's 2002 double-winning team. So he's really nice bloke. And off air, well, the Villa coach left about 5 minutes ago, but Unai Emery waved to me. I gave him a thumbs up, and he gave me a big wave of appreciation. Yes, and because the Aston coach went past us. He was right next to the driver, observing what he missed out on. I gave him a thumbs up, and he gave me a wave.
Big up Unai Emery. I've always liked Unai, mate.
So Unai Emery,
he should have been sacked, but then when this guy was getting the job, bring him back. He watches the channel, Kenny.
Unai Emery knows about the Rat Army, and he knows the Rat Army and love him to bits, and feel bad and how we kind of lost patience with him, because I think collectively, individually, we lost patience with him. But when we talk about the game, first and foremost, the positives was that first 60 minutes. I was very, very impressed with the way we played. I was impressed how we defended. You know, I had reservations about Timber at centre half. I thought that sends a bad message to the Kivior that he can't get a game, even at centre half, because of our obsession with left, right, left, and all that thing. And I get it, but a defender should be playing in a position when a centre half is injured. That's my viewpoint. That's how football should be played. The manager has to put his principles to one side and actually think about the man management situation. But for 60 minutes, I didn't notice that Timber's centre half, because I thought he had a very good game. I was very, very impressed with Declan Rice. I think he's responding to my the criticisms that I keep giving on a regular basis. I thought against Tottenham he was played really well, but today he played well. But as you said, the player that I really have a go at as well is Leandro Trossard. Very, very pleased with his contribution to both the goals. Two brilliant crosses. You know, the first in the first half, good cross. Martinelli bums it in. Personally, I think that if Martinelli stood up to his full 6'4", 6'5", I think he saves it. But because he went down early, that made it more difficult than it was. And then in the second half, another brilliant cross. Again, he got the better of Matty Cash, and Havertz swept it in again. Emi Martinez went too early, and it went off his backside into the net. But that's when it gets interesting, because you know what we've done for quite a few games is we got tired, and that's not an excuse; it's just a fact. We got knackered. The worst thing we did was allowing Villa to get that equaliser again. You know, Digne, who replaced Matson, who was on a yellow card, he puts on a cross that basically, when you put them in, it's you have to be on your alert. You've got to cut that out, because when he puts a cross in with such precision, such curl, well, in my opinion, you don't defend those. And I think afterwards we panicked a bit because Villa had a chance where, the same player, Tillemans, who got their first goal back, he had a shot. I don't know whether it was a save or whether it went wide. Either way, we were struggling because Villa started getting interest. They started winning their battles in the midfield, starting interceptions. Morgan Rogers was a nuisance all game, but he started making interceptions. So did Camera, he started making interceptions. And then Tielemans was getting a lot of space, and we committed the cardinal sin that when you defend the first cross, you should never let the second cross go in, because when you let the second cross go in, everyone has to be, on their toes. If you're going to play offside, then all four you got to play offside. If Partey's trying to come out, then all you got to come out. You can't just stand there and just play Watkins onside. I believe it's Havertz, but I thought that
it was Gabriel played him on.
Yeah, Gabriel played him on. But that's again, Thomas Partey. If Thomas Partey's saying, mate, come on, we're all out, you've got to do it. I know Gabriel's leading the defence, but sometimes you've got to, if one spots the danger, you all got to do it together. And it was a good finish. And after that, it was a case of us having to mentally come to terms with the fact that we let a 2-goal lead slip. We also got the pressure of Liverpool winning in injury time, getting two goals from Nunez. And then it's one of the things where you think, have we got anything else? Have we got anything else? And then the controversy. I can only go from what I saw. Mourinho, I think it was a follow by Mourinho. It hit. I don't. For a start, it hit the flesh. I didn't know whether it came off Kai Havertz or came off the Aston Villa defender. But what I did see is Kai Havertz came towards us, and he was very, very sheepish. He wasn't celebrating as much. His teammates, went around and were looking around and said, "Is that a goal? Is that a goal?" And I mean, hang on here, what's gone in here? And then,
well, just to show you, sorry to cut in midway.
Yeah. Oh, no goal. No goal then. No goal. No goal, because at the end of the day, the directive, there's been a new directive that if there's handball in the build-up,
and it leads directly to a goal. No, so Joe Linton against Spurs the other day, that was different because he didn't directly score the goal from that handball.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
If it directly goes in, or you handball it and then you take a touch and score, ruled out.
All right, fair enough, because I suppose that's at least they made that clear to directive. But at the end of the day, it was a case of like heads go down, and afterwards it was a situation where we hit the post, and then Trossard falls to the save. But one thing I would say is that Martinelli played really well in the first half. In the second half, he faded. But I'm very concerned about Martin Odegaard, because what I saw today from him, especially as in the first half, he pressed really well. He got us up the pitch, and he forced mistakes, which allowed us to, like I said, get control of the game and get a goal lead. In the second half, one thing I noticed is that, there was the first example was the first half when he went to get a Sonata and he didn't want to know. And in the second half, there was a lot of battles where he was getting pushed away. He was getting pushed around like he was just like, how is it, a Colts player? And I don't know whether his arse went or whether he's just thinking, hang on here, I'm not fully fit, and he's thinking about it mentally, because there were a lot of times he lost a lot of battles. He had to come deeper and deeper and deeper. He wasn't pressing. So that's a sign that he's probably on an empty. But the 50-50 challenges, the 50-50 exchanges, for me, it looked like Aston Villa fancied their chances, and it looked like he was no good to us in those sort of situations. And that enabled interceptions to be made. Good, mate. Interceptions to be made. Let's go. You all right, mate? Good to speak to you. Yeah, interceptions to be made, and that gave Villa a foothold in the game, because how Villa got into the game was winning those second balls. They weren't winning in the first half, getting the ball quickly down the sides and putting crosses in, which put them in a lot of danger, them into dangerous positions and put us on the back foot. Now, what does it do for our league title, Charles? Well, Lee, that's the question I've got for yourself and the panel. My question to you, Lee, is psychologically and logically, do you generally believe that we can go on a 10-game run where we can get 10 consecutive wins? Because I don't. And the reason why
we can't even get 2 consecutive. Kenny, this season we have only got 3 consecutive wins.
And therein lies the problem. The problem is that our inconsistency is not only going to hand the title to Liverpool, who are the front runners, but it will actually may let Man City into a situation where they'll become Liverpool's challengers, not us, because the way we're dropping like flies, especially in the second half of games, where we're hoping that the opposition don't have enough quality, like Spurs on Wednesday didn't have enough quality to punish us. Villa did. Now, Villa didn't play well, didn't play out their skins. There were a lot of times when Villa were in a lot of bother physically. We got in amongst them. We pace of the game didn't suit Villa. They couldn't slow the game down, and then we put Villa under a lot of pressure. But once you take your foot off the gas, Villa were able to get themselves back in the game, and then there were instances where they may have felt they could have won the game, but maybe they were physically not at it, so they thought, right, let's get our point, let's just ride it. Again, people talk about set pieces. I thought towards the end they became a bit monotonous, especially the last set piece, which went straight into my consent. And another thing as well, the players were getting wound up. I mean, everyone talks about Arsenal's shithousery. Well, Villa shithoused their way to a draw yet today. And sometimes, if you dish it out, you've got to be able to take it. If Ben White dishes out, then you should be able to take it when Morgan Rogers does it, and when Camera kicks the ball away. That is how football is now. Boast all you want about being a shithouses, but when it gets done to you, don't complain.
No, absolute facts, mate. Listen, get him safely, mate. Make sure you follow Kenny Chem 1972 on Insta. He's got some posts out on there, pre-match and after match, so make sure you check that out. I'll be live with a few guests. The gal's going to jump on. We're going straight onto a fan cam with Jez, then Matty. Now I'm going straight live. DJ B's going to jump on. I see you met him today as well. Nice fella.
I met DJ. Yeah, it's nice, mate. I've got to send him. I'm going to send you a photo of me and Anders Limber to send to him as well. See, I know you'll love that.
Nah, nice one, mate. Get him safely, mate, and wrap up warm. Love you, mate.
Definitely. It's freezing in Islington. I'll see you later.
Get him safe. Laters.